You know those moments when it feels like your whole world has just collapsed? A career, a relationship, your health? Suddenly you feel totally powerless. But what if that devastation wasn't actually an end? What if it was a foundation?
Well, according to the book, The Law of the New Self, a huge crisis like that isn't just bad luck. It's a violent philosophical event. It's this moment that just strips away every single soft comfort, every convenient illusion, and it absolutely forces you to confront what is truly essential.
So this demolition, it's actually the necessary destruction of what the book calls the old self. And its final, most fatal lie? It's that desperate attempt to fight the facts, to try and bargain with the reality that's already been decided. It's about wasting all your precious energy on a battle that, let's be honest, is already lost. And this, right here, this slide, shows you the core conflict perfectly. The old self wastes every ounce of energy trying to control things that are completely uncontrollable. But the new self, it begins with a ruthless, almost surgical act. It accepts what is, so it can gain absolute control over what comes next. Okay, so if the old self is gone, how in the world do you build this new self? Now, this book isn't really about healing in the way we usually think about it. No, it's about rebuilding. And it lays out a very specific framework built on 3 foundational pillars. And listen, these aren't just some fluffy, abstract ideas. Think of them more like a practical operating system for your mind. They're rooted in some really heavy-hitting philosophies, from the Stoics all the way to Nietzsche. And they're designed to do one thing: transform tragedy into responsibility. That all sounds great in theory, right? But does this stuff actually work under pressure? I mean, real life or death pressure. Well, the book doesn't just talk the talk. It presents historical proof from individuals who faced absolute zero and chose their response. Let's start with a big one, the neurologist Viktor Frankl. In Auschwitz, you can't imagine a worse situation. When absolutely everything was stripped away, he made a choice. He chose to accept his external cage. And that single act gave him total control over his internal world. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It illustrates the core principle perfectly. His body may have been a prisoner, but his mind remained completely and utterly free. Or how about Admiral James Stockdale? As a POW in the Hanoi Hilton, he noticed something fascinating and, frankly, deadly. The men who kept saying, "Oh, we'll be out by Christmas," the pure optimists, they were the first ones to break when Christmas came and went. Stockdale survived by embracing this incredible paradox. On one hand, you have this unwavering faith that you will prevail in the end. But on the other, you have to brutally accept the reality of your current situation. By doing that, he basically denied fate the power to surprise him. He was ready for anything. But what happens when you reject this philosophy? To show the cost, the book gives us this really powerful counterexample, the Roman noblewoman Agrippina. When she was exiled, she just refused to accept her reality. Her entire existence became this engine, just fueled by pure resentment. And here's the crazy part. She eventually got immense external power back. But her internal world was so corroded, so eaten away by that resentment, that it led directly to her own destruction. It's a stark reminder, isn't it, that internal mastery absolutely has to come first.
Okay, let's bring this home to you. Frankl, Stockdale, Agrippina, they all stood exactly where you might be standing right now, at a moment of total, gut-wrenching loss.
So where do you even start? Where does the rebuild begin? The book is crystal clear on this. The first step isn't about some grand plan or finding motivation. No, it begins with a single, non-negotiable law.
So what is active acceptance? It means you make a decision, an aggressive, one-sided decision, to stop demanding that the past be brought back to life. And instead, you redirect 100% of your energy toward the only domain you truly control, your inner response, your next move.
Think about the immense mental energy we all waste on denial and regret. This single act of acceptance is the most efficient thing you can do to reclaim power from chaos. It is the foundation for everything, and I mean everything, that follows.
So there it is. That's the first law of the new self. What comes next in the book? Well, that's the blueprint for the entire rebuild. And why does all this matter? It's simple, really. Your crisis isn't an ending. It is the cleared ground, the empty lot upon which something truly unbreakable can finally be built.